Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. For the past month, I have been doing a live stream playthrough of Neverwinter Nights 2 Enhanced Edition. And a couple of days ago, I finally got to the ending of the main game. And wow, it was incredibly bad, like way worse than what I was expecting. And at first, I was just going to move on and do an overall review of the game and talk about the ending there. But to be honest with you, over the past couple of days, I've just been getting more and more baffled by how bad that ending was, to the point I've decided to just make a separate video about it. So first and foremost, spoiler warning for those of you who have not finished Neverwinter Nights 2 yet. If you intend to do so, you might want to go ahead and skip this video. Also, I want to make it clear, this video is really just a rant. It's almost more so for me than it is even for the general audience. I just need to get it off my chest how bad that ending was, and I need a sounding board to get out some of my thoughts. Let me also make it clear, I have not played Mask of the Betrayer yet, so there are a lot of people saying that that expansion makes the ending much better, and so the overall game feels much more complete and acceptable when you play through Mask of the Betrayer. I'm a few hours into that expansion, but I'm nowhere near the ending, so I can't tell you if that is actually true. So I'm just sitting with my thoughts that I have based on the main game. Anyway, let's talk about it. First and foremost, when I got into the end game, people had already been warning me that the ending for this game was terrible. Nobody gave me specifics, so luckily I was able to come in with no spoilers, but pretty much everybody in the chat was saying that they hated the ending. But to be honest, that didn't move me that much, because I know a lot of times my opinions on games can vary significantly from my overall community. So I came in prepared for a bad ending, but also prepared to potentially like the ending despite some of the issues that other people had with it. And overall, I had a good time with Neverwinter Nights 2, so I was thinking that would also make the ending a little bit better. I also really liked the in-game portion of Neverwinter Nights 2. There's basically multiple sequences where your party members can betray you, where their loyalty to you is tested, and so it absolutely felt like the culmination of a lot of the things that I had done in the game. I put a lot of work into doing as much of the party member content as I possibly could, and I felt like the game recognized that, which was super cool. To a lesser degree, I felt like it was almost similar to Mass Effect 2, the suicide mission, where how loyal your party members are decides whether or not they'll be able to complete certain tasks successfully. In this case, it's more so how loyal they are determines whether or not they're going to flat out turn against you and make the ending fight before the true ending fight significantly more difficult. I thought all of that was really awesome. And so by the time I got to the ending, I was in a really good place with the game. And I was, to be honest, I was thinking to myself, you know, this isn't nearly as bad as what people said it was going to be. Then you defeat the final boss and you get to the ending slides, and holy smokes, yeah, holy smokes, it is completely trash. Basically, you defeat the ending boss after what could easily be a 100-hour adventure, and the ending basically says that a bunch of rocks fell on you and all of your party members and killed all of you. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. That is really straight up it. And then there are a few slides about what happens in some of the other towns based on actions that you've taken. But all of that stuff rings hollow, because the ending kicks off with, hey, after everything you all have been through, after all that you all survived, after all the enemies that you all have fought through, a bunch of falling rocks destroys your level 20 party. If you do all the content in the game, your entire team is going to be level 20 by the end of the game. Basically on the verge of becoming epic characters, and a bunch of falling rocks destroy all of you. It is absolutely insane. I mean, just look at my reaction once that ending actually finished.
But that is a tale for another time.
What a trash ending. The ending of your character, the ending of the party members, I agree, the voice acting for the reading is terrible, which is ridiculous considering how solid the voice acting had been throughout the game. Like, that ending was pretty horrible on multiple levels. And if I had bought this game at launch and stayed up for hours on end to quickly get to the end and see what the final ending was going to be like for this epic story, I would be pissed. I would be absolutely livid if this is what... Wow, I am so glad I didn't play this game until now. I am playing this game at exactly the right time. Chris Avellone, it was a creative director. How did Chris Avellone let this ending get out the door? How did Chris Avellone decide, yeah, you know, this is definitely the way folks is gonna want to end this type of story? How? Holy shit. Holy shit, that was awful. Yeah, that was wholly unworthy of the adventure we had. Sums things up perfectly. Now, of course, the reason for this is pretty obvious. Obsidian ran out of both money and time, and so they had to just cobble together an ending. But like I said before, imagine if you had bought this game on day one, super excited about it, sequel to a Neverwinter Nights game that you really enjoyed, and you stayed up all night blazing through the storyline to get to the ending, and then that is the end. I don't understand why developers are so willing oftentimes to skimp on the ending. They'll put all of the energy and effort into the journey and then completely let the player down on the ending, when the ending can oftentimes dictate what sort of feeling the player walks away with when they finish the game. Like, a great ending can sometimes make up for a journey that was kind of a little bit shaky. Like, to be honest with you, that's sometimes how I feel about Kingmaker. One of the reasons that I want to return to Pathfinder Kingmaker so much is because the ending, if you get a 100% completion playthrough, is so amazing and incredible and different compared to any of the other endings that you could potentially get. And that draws me back to the game over and over again. So I really appreciate it when devs put effort into ensuring that you end the game on a really high note. And Neverwinter Nights 2 does the exact opposite. I am so glad I was able to just jump straight into Mask of the Betrayer. So far, I'm having a blast with it. It seems really different, honestly, in a lot of ways, even though it's in the same engine. Really, truly feels like an epic tale. I can't wait to see what type of enemies and quests I'm going to be dealing with when I get up around level 30. Great stuff. You all already know. I'll drop a video giving you more of my thoughts. Anyway, that's it. Again, this is just a straight up rant video. I rarely do these, but wow, that ending, I was shocked by how bad it was. I did not expect that at all. I'm honestly glad it wasn't spoiled for me because that did make it even more hilarious how bad it was. But hopefully Mask of the Betrayer does some work to help make up for that absolute nonsense. Anyway, hope all of you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. I am working on ranking all the archetypes in Rogue Trader. As you all can see, it's been a while since I dropped the video. It's taken way longer than I wanted it to, but hopefully I'll be able to have it out sometime this week, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all's response on that. So definitely be on the lookout for another video from me. I will see you on the next one. Take care.